Hey Bobby, so I really enjoyed your presentation on the LGBTQ plus community, and I can really appreciate the fact that you wanted to do research on this community because you wanted to broaden your education so that it will benefit you in your counseling career in the future. I really like the fact that you mentioned that it's not a mental illness to be a part of the LGBTQ because it used to be considered a mental illness. Your presentation resonated with me personally because I have a child who is trans, and it's alarming for me to hear, that 25% of high school students identify as a member of the LGBTQ. That doesn't alarm me. What alarms me is I wonder how many of those students are affected by feeling suicidal because, they're trans. Because, like you said, there is a high rate of suicide ideation and, going through with suicide in the trans community. And though it's not a mental illness, I like that you mentioned that, obviously, they do have mental health struggles, and it's not really their fault. It's because they're not accepted by society and their families and everything else. I found it interesting that you mentioned that 15% of couples, homosexual couples or LGBTQ couples, end up in divorce. To me, that's not really big of a difference between the 18% of heterosexual couples. And you mentioned that 58% of household couples of this community are married. And I find it disparaging that, a lot of employees report discrimination based on, their sexual orientation or gender orientation. And it's really upsetting because, like I said, I do have a child who has came out to me as trans, and I really would want society to accept them for who they are and not have to deal with some of these complications that these people are facing. So again, I just want to say thank you for doing your presentation on this population. I learned a lot, and you did a really good job. Thank you.